Hello, Ninny here from ninnysnapkins.com. Today I'm going to show you a really simple decoupage project. I'm going to be decoupaging this paper mache star. We recently got in a number of different paper mache items. These are just two of them. So we have this 8-inch dimensional star that is cool for hanging. And then we have this 12-inch star that has a flat back, so you can hang this against a wall. And this is the one I'm going to be working on today. So the very first thing that I'm going to do is paint the entire star white. I'm using Fusion Mineral Paint in the color Raw Silk, but you can use any water-based paint in any shade of white that you like. So the napkin that I'm going to be using for this project is called Sunflower and Larkspur. And of course, this and all of the other products that I use in today's video are available at ninnysnapkins.com. Here I just want to show you that while we could just take the entire napkin and place it over top of the star to cover it with the pattern of the napkin, that's actually going to be really difficult to do because of the dimensions of the star. So what I'm going to do instead is actually tear this napkin into small pieces to cover the whole star. First, you see me removing the two white backing layers from the napkin. This is very important to help reduce wrinkles and bubbles when you glue your napkin down. I have a little jam jar full of water that I keep at my desk for water cutting. Having a lid on it just helps it to not evaporate so quickly, so I don't have to get up and get new water every time I want to work on a project. So for this decoupage technique, this is a little bit different than anything you've probably seen me do in previous videos, where I often work with a napkin with a white background and I water cut around the image. This is a technique that I actually learned from Darlene at the Rustic Refinery. She does her decoupage a little bit differently than I do, and I thought it would be really fun to try for this project. So what I'm doing first is I'm actually removing all of the straight edges from this napkin. So with a very fine liner brush and my water, I'm just painting the water along the edges and pulling them away from the napkin, and this gives me a nice feathered edge. I don't want any straight edges because they're just not going to work with this design. So now I could probably just tear the napkin up into pieces without water cutting, but I like that the water cutting gives me a little bit more control over the size of my pieces. So I'm just basically tearing off small pieces here. And I've decided I want to keep the butterflies intact. Now, when Darlene at the Rustic Refinery does this technique, normally she wouldn't pay too much attention to individual images like that. But I really wanted to make the butterflies the focal point of this project, so I did opt to keep them all whole. So I sped this part of the video up a little bit. I don't think you need to see me cut out every single little piece in real time, but it is kind of satisfying to watch the napkin just break away into a pile of tiny little pieces. And I figured I would probably need one napkin for this project, and I was right, because the napkin is basically about the size of the star. So for my glue, I'm going to be using Polyvine Decorator's Varnish. If you've watched other decoupage tutorials, you may have seen people use other decoupage gels or mediums or Mod Podge. I really prefer to work with a varnish when I'm working with napkins. I just like the way that it reacts better with the napkin. I like that it's nice and thin. And I'm going to be applying a coat of varnish at the end anyway to protect my project. So I like that I only have to use one product and one brush for the entire project. Varnish, at least the Polyvine Decorator's Varnish, smells quite a bit better than Mod Podge too, in my opinion. So I decided to go ahead and place my butterflies first because, as I said, I would like them to be prominent in this design. So rather than leave it to chance, I'm just kind of putting them in some prime location on the star. And then I'm going to fill in the rest of the star with the other pieces. So I do put 4 butterflies on here. I think I had a total of 8, so I didn't actually use the entire napkin on this piece. And what you'll see is when I get close to the edge of the star, I am just letting the napkin kind of overhang, and we're going to deal with that later. I will show you how. So there I've got all 4 butterflies on there now. So now I'm just taking the pile of the other pieces and just filling in all the white space in between, making sure that I slightly overlap my napkin pieces. So with my brush, I'm just applying a thin coat of varnish directly onto the star, gently laying my piece of napkin down, and then I'm using the wet brush to smooth it out. I often start kind of in the middle and work my way out to push out any bubbles and wrinkles. It's really important to use a soft brush when you're doing napkin decoupage. I often use a wider brush than this, but I thought for these small pieces today that this thinner brush would work just fine. We have some really nice little 1-inch decoupage brushes at nannysnapkins.com. They're really budget friendly, so the next time you're placing an order, I would definitely grab a couple of those. They work really well for napkin decoupage. So I'm just going to continue filling in these larger areas of the star first. You can see by the tip there that's to my right, the tip of the star, that there's still a little bit of white space there. So I'm not worried too much about these little spaces at this point. I want to get the vast majority of the star covered. And here I've sped up the video a little bit again. And then in the end, what I'm going to do is take some of my pieces that I've already ripped up and rip them up a little bit smaller and use those to fill in any of the little gaps that I've missed. And as I mentioned earlier, you can see that I have a lot of overhang off the star, and we will deal with that later. This just ensures that we get right up to the edges of the star and don't miss anything. And it's just a lot easier than trying to cut the pieces to fit the star. We're actually going to sand off the excess. So now I've almost completely finished covering the entire star. I just wanted to slow it down here a little bit again at the end, just to show you kind of how I'm going to fill in these little white spaces. As I mentioned, I'm just ripping my existing pieces in half or into smaller pieces and just filling in these gaps. So you just want to make sure your pieces are a little bit bigger than the white space that you're trying to cover. Okay, and so once you have your entire surface covered with napkin, you'll want to make sure that you give it ample time to dry before you start sanding off the excess. I'm just using an emery board here, but you can use sanding paper or a sanding block. And I'm basically just dragging the emery board across the kind of edge of the star. So I'm using the edge of the star as the cutting edge and just dragging the sand paper across it. And you'll see that gives a really nice clean cut. And once you've gone around the entire star and sanded off all the excess, we're going to apply another protective coat of varnish, paying special attention to the edges that you just sanded off, making sure that they are really well glued down so they don't peel up, but also we're going to cover the entire surface of the star with a thin coat of the Polyvine Decorator's varnish. This will just help protect it against UV, so protect from fading, as well as from dirt and dust and fingerprints. So this is an optional last step. We could have totally called this star done, and if you like the really bright, bold colors, then you may want to stop here. But if you like a little bit more of a vintage, antique, weathered look, then we're going to apply some Fusion furniture wax, and I'm using the color Espresso, which is kind of a warm brown. We also have a color called Aging, which is kind of a brown gray, but for this project I thought the warm brown would work really well. So at first I thought I was just going to do the edges of the star, but I decided to do the entire star. It's a very subtle look on this piece, But yeah, so I'm basically just painting it all over the front of the star and then using the white backing layers of the napkin to rub it back off again. We're really just trying to create a subtle aged look on this piece, and it's very difficult to tell in the video. So there we have it. Here's our finished piece. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, and I really hope that you learned something today. Again, all of the products used in this tutorial are available at ninniesnapkins.com. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day.